Hi, it's Sue here with another edition of Inspired Messages Monday. And we are at the end of September and going into October. So we will be changing the clocks this month. So, yeah, all change. And that's kind of what I want to talk to you about because we are going through a lot of change, aren't we? And you can see it, everything seems to be crumbling around us. And that came up really strongly in the messages this month. And so I kind of felt that I needed to talk to you about that. And I've got my phone in my hand because I've been to several astrology conferences, and I wanted to read something out, so I'm keeping my eye on the phone because it's on my screen. So as I say, change is upon us, and you can see that, it's really important that we look at life from a different angle. We are actually evolving, and we have to be aware and awake of everything that's going on around us, about the good things and the things that are not so good. And there seem to be a lot of those structures we've relied on are being broken down. I'm sure you can feel that. And astrologically, it's meant to happen when life goes in cycles. And this is one of those times. And, we're here going through it. So I need you to be positive about it because I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. And next year, the transits are going to be even heavier than they are at the moment. So we have to have breakdown, before we have the change. And so it's about, as I say, being positive and helping the people around you who feel it, who feel down about it. And even I get down about it. So, this is human nature. So you kind of need to understand that. So this is what I'm going to read you was actually on a clay tablet from Mesopotamia that thousands of years ago, and obviously it was found on this tablet and it's been translated. So I'm going to read it to you. So it says, "Sky and earth together produce omens, each separate, not divided. Sky and earth are interconnected. A sign which is bad in the sky is bad on earth, and a sign which is bad on earth is bad in the sky." And so what's going on at the moment around us is very much reflected in the planetary aspects. And so there's no going away, from what's going on. And obviously, as astrologers, we can project and see what the planets are going to be doing next year. So it is, as I say, about being there for each other. And I think really community is key, that we, are not separate, that we do help those that are less fortunate, or, the people that are on their own who may be feeling this as well. So it's important if you can help in a big way or a small way, however you can help, I think. So that being said, I'm going to start with the transits for today, which is Monday the 30th. So we've got Scorpio overtones coming up in October, because obviously the sun will move into Scorpio later, but both Mercury and Venus will be moving into Scorpio. So life always becomes much more serious when those planets are moving into those, these kind of heavier signs. So because we're talking about Mercury, is about, talking about serious stuff really, and the deeper side of life. And now this could be, about politics, which is probably going to happen a lot this month, because of what's going on politically all over the world, actually. And then Venus moving into Scorpio can be very controlling and very manipulative. So we have to watch about that on the world stage, but we also have to watch about it in our personal lives. And so it might also be connected with waste and rubbish. So this could also be to do with the plastic, or we know we've got a problem with how to get rid of our waste, and that plastic is everywhere, and so there might be serious conversations about how we manage our waste. That'll be on the world stage, but you might think about how you can be more eco-friendly in your own life as well. And also it could also affect damp and woodworm and creepy crawlies, because that's in your own life it might, but it obviously does depend on your whole chart. So Tuesday the 1st of October, we've got Venus squaring Pluto, which is the ruler of Scorpio. So again, watching out for emotional power struggles and manipulation. If this is happening, back off. Don't get drawn into the drama. Stay calm, because it's not worth it. You're not going to get anywhere. It's just going to make everybody more tense and upset. Wednesday the 2nd, the moon will have been in Scorpio since Monday. And so on the Wednesday, the moon moves into Sagittarius, thank goodness. This will lighten your emotional side. You'll feel much more chatty, much more like being involved in social situations. So this is going to lighten the energy around you, and that's Wednesday the 2nd. So Thursday the 3rd, that is the day that Mercury moves into Scorpio, and due to it going retrograde, it's going to be there till the 9th of December. So it's going to be there quite a long time. So this is going to maybe be an emphasis. There'll be an emphasis on more serious conversations that maybe are necessary and may be needed. But in your own life, it brings a sharp mind, digging deep. Talk is serious, not flippant. You might be into research and sort of researching things, because that is very much Mercury in the sign of Scorpio. Be aware of obsessive thoughts, because Mercury can take you to the depths. So just be careful. Mercury in Scorpio can take you to the depths. Friday the 4th, Mars moves into Libra. And that will be to the 19th of November. You're going to be able to use your charm to achieve what you want, to achieve your goals. And you may be able to see other people's points of view, because Libra is very, balanced and fair. So you may be able to use your Mars energy for the good of all concerned in a diplomatic way. And again, we might see this on the world stage. It would be good. Saturday the 5th, we've got a waxing half moon. This is good for working on your goals you made at the last new moon, which was the 28th of September. This is really good. Whatever goals you wrote down and maybe you're working towards, this is the day when you can actually put more energy into it. And look out for the moon and Saturn in the night sky on Saturday the 5th. Monday the 7th, we've got Mercury opposite Uranus. Uranus is always a bit off the wall. You might have the right idea at the right moment. This is kind of a genius moment. You might suddenly think something's amazing, or you might have a eureka moment. It's you may have a quick grasp of what's going on. But later on that day, the sun is going to square Saturn. That can undermine you. Doubts can set in. Fear of change is, I'd rather stay with what I know, and not feeling good enough. So watch and remember that it's only, for that day, it will be gone on the Tuesday. So looking at Tuesday the 8th, this is the day that Venus moves into Scorpio, and it will be there till the 2nd of November. This is intense, it brings real intensity into your relationships. Don't be drawn into situations that aren't healthy, or take your time, because, it's not worth it. Use that energy for research, for creativity, for creating something that has depth. It would be much better. If you find that that's going on, take your time. Just again back off. And Wednesday the 9th, we've got Mars opposite Chiron. This is great for physical healing. Either you're giving it or you're receiving it. So that could be massage. It's very, good for that. And also osteopathy or chiropractor or even yoga. Mars opposite Chiron would be really good for all of the things that I've mentioned. Hot yoga would be, not that I want to do that, but I much prefer gentle yoga. But hot yoga would be Mars opposite Chiron, really good. So, and then on Thursday the 10th, the Sun is making a challenging aspect to Neptune. Watch out for addictive tendencies of being the victim or playing the victim, or of being drawn into dubious schemes. Be careful. Saturday the 12th, we've got Mars making a challenging aspect to Uranus. This can bring disruption, impatience and rebellious behaviour. Watch out if you're driving. Double check everything. Don't back out of your drive without looking. And this, also on that day, Venus is opposite Uranus too. So this can bring flash in the pan relationships, ones without commitment that start suddenly and end just as fast. But it also could be involved with money. So because Venus rules money, something comes to you very suddenly, just check it. Just check and make sure that what you're seeing is for real. And then on Sunday the 13th, we've got the Sun making a lovely aspect to Jupiter. This is going to be a fun day, full of optimism. Travel if you want to. It's really a lovely aspect to have. And we do have the full moon in Aries on that day. Decide what must go. Write a list of what you no longer want in your life. Sit in the moonlight, meditate on it, and make sure that you've written down what you don't want. Also, this moon can make you rush about. Don't rush. Take your time. There's not a deadline. And do this full moon ritual so that you actually move on from the things that are no longer working for you. And the affirmation for this month is hand on heart. Affirm to yourself, my life is a positive expression of who I am. My life is a positive expression of who I am. And remember, if you need me, you know where I am, and I'm giving chart readings at discount of £85 instead of £95. I do 3 hours work and then you have an hour and a half with me. It's really good value. You might fancy something like a 12-month forecast or your birth chart reading. And if you are born as a Libra or a Scorpio, then I am giving that discount. And don't forget my courses, astrology courses and life purpose reveal courses. So I hope to speak to you next month, and have a great month. Keep positive, help those around you, and bye for now. Bye bye.